Hi guys, welcome back to the Deranged Reader, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I have just been really busy with work, and my brother's sick and all that type of stuff. So yesterday, I decided to order some books from Barnes& Noble. The difference is I used DoorDash to deliver them, and I got the 1818 text of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I did watch the movie Mary Shelley, and I really loved it. It really it showed like the events leading up to the writing and publication of the Gothic horror Frankenstein, and I loved it. It was a great book, great movie, and I'm happy. So I am on chapter 5 of the first part of this book, and I'm probably going to go ahead and read chapters 5 through 9. That ends book 1. It's actually in 3 volumes. So, so basically, like, this is like the whole thing. So I am really excited about it and everything. But DoorDash, using DoorDash to get my horror books is always going to be something I'm looking forward to. However, to be absolutely honest, even though it is cheaper now to use DoorDash to get your books, I'm not doing it all the time. It's like $25 you have to do for tip, and you have to tip them or they won't go and pick them up. And then there's the delivery fee. I think it was like $13. So you can tell, like, on top of like the price of the books, like I'm very rarely ever going to use DoorDash to get my books. I will go to Amazon and get my books because they're cheaper. And I'm not talking about they're cheaper with their books. They're cheaper all around. So, yeah. But as I said, it's a good service to have. If you really want a book and you can afford the prices, then definitely go for it. But for me, it'll be every once in a while I will use DoorDash to pick up my order. I will say it is faster than Amazon, but you do pay a pretty stiffy price to do that. So it's just much better to just go with Amazon and everything. So I will definitely say that it's more for people that are in like great financials, like they get like the big paychecks and all that. And yeah, you're going to see like a lot of people that are going to use it, and they're going to find out that half of the books that they want are not available because they did not call it in. So there is a downside to using the service. If you don't call the store that you know the DoorDasher is going to, and literally they will tell you on there in the messaging, and they will leave a photo, the book is not in here. And that's because Barnes & Noble did not update their website to say, yeah, it's not in. So that is the downside. But it also can be applied to the employees, because the employees will go, oh yeah, it's in, and then they find out it's not, and they're like, they're not happy. They're not happy because they feel like they lied to the customer and everything. So, because for a lot of people, honesty is always the best policy. So, I actually saw a book. I actually saw 2 books on Barnes & Noble that I really want to pick up, and that is the physical copy of Carmilla. I did read the digital version of it, but I feel like that it doesn't feel like I'm reading a horror book. So I basically decided, I'm going to get the physical edition of Carmilla, and I'm going to read it and see if it's, see if this is the version I was actually reading on my Kobo. I'm also going to pick up Bram Stoker's Dracula. That is another Gothic horror book that I have not read, and I will read it. So basically, what I'm doing this month is, so I have 3 books over here. I'm having 1 book coming in today, and then Friday, I'm going to do the speedy one, because I went ahead and put 6 books in my cart. Several of them I've already read, so they're just going to go onto my shelf automatically. But the other ones I've not read. I think there's like 2 of them that I have not read. Those are the 2 that will make up the total of about 6 books. And the fact is that I am reading through Frankenstein pretty quickly. Even though I'm taking my time actually reading the book, I am still going through it pretty quickly. So I should have this book read by maybe like the middle, not the middle part, but like maybe Friday. And then I'll do the review of it and post it. And then what I will do is I will read my other books. And once I have read all of those books, then next month I'm going to go back on DoorDash and I'm going to buy Carmilla and Dracula. And just to ensure that I don't end up getting a refund, because I do actually have a refund coming in from DoorDash, I am going to go and I'm going to call them up and say, hey, do you have Carmilla and the author's name, and and do you have Dracula by Bram Stoker? So these 2 books will be very easy for the DoorDasher to find. These are considered to be classics of Gothic horror. And yeah, I mean, I may even splurge on Jane Eyre, I hope that's pronounced it. I don't know. I want to get Wuthering Heights, not the one with the horrible cover, but the Penguin Classic, the one in the original cover. I would really like to get that book, because I was reading Wuthering Heights on my Kobo, and I just kept thinking about that movie. I am sorry. I was thinking about that movie, and that's not good to do that when you're reading a book. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and I'm going to be very, very clear. I'm going to look at all the versions of Wuthering Heights they've got, and I'm going to pick the one. They have the one for cats. You open it up, it just says, meow, just meow, 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 all down that. So they have different versions of Wuthering Heights. That is hilarious. But anyways, so I'm going to do that, and everything. No, I'm not buying the cat one, but I'm going to get those 4 books, and once I have read those books, then I will decide if I want to get any more books from Barnes & Noble and stuff. So I don't, like I said, I don't really know how many times this year I'm actually going to use DoorDash to pick up my books. It may be 2 times, it may be 4 times, it may be, don't know. Anyways, yeah, so if you like the idea of 9 out of 10, your book will probably not be there. Definitely go for it. But yeah, only downside is that 9 out of 10, either the book will not be there or the book will not be in the catalog. It's not saying that Barnes & Noble doesn't sell it on their website. It's just at that location, which does not have a lot of books. I mean, they got books, but they don't have the books like what is it? like the other location has. Anyways, so that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys when I finish the 1818 text of Frankenstein.